Today on Mormon Times, meet a family whose Christmas was made merrier than ever with the addition of 2 new family members.
It was like the Lord spoke to me and said, there's a little girl over there that's just blind.
In all, they've opened their home and their hearts to 5 special children from China.
I love that I can attend sacrament every Sunday.
Living in the African bush, it's a blessing this woman never takes for granted. We'll talk with her via Skype from Kasane, Botswana, and learn the history and significance of the beautiful symbols found on the exterior of the Salt Lake Temple. Good morning, and thanks for joining us for Mormon Times. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Here in Utah, we are surrounded by ward houses and stake centers. But imagine living somewhere so remote, the only way to get to Sunday meetings is by airplane. That's just part of the incredible story of one woman from Botswana.
My name is Cornelia Rotenbach. I was not a member until about 5.5 years ago.
5.5 years ago, Cornelia Rotenbach's life changed forever. A change that started after a visit with 2 of her cousins in the UK who were members of the church.
I could feel and I could see something different in their lives that I didn't have in mind. The feelings that I felt when I was around them, I think that all contributed to more of a curiosity as to why were they like that and what was missing in my life.
Cornelia soon discovered the gospel was missing in her life. So upon returning home to Kasane, Botswana, she read, pondered, and prayed about the Book of Mormon. She was baptized in Zimbabwe by Reginald Neild on May 8, 2005.
I remember waking up in the morning and I was just smiling. Whew, that water was cold. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do about getting going under and feeling so cold, but as soon as Reg started saying the prayer, it was almost as though there were hot jets of water going through the baptismal font. And I kind of raised my eyebrows and I looked at Reg and I half whispered, "Did you feel that?" I knew what I'd done and what I'd chosen to do, and that I'd chosen to accept the gospel of Jesus Christ. I knew that I was doing the right thing, and I was so excited about that.
Cornelia, now 31, returned to Kasane, where she was the only member of the church. There wasn't a chapel anywhere near where she lived in the African bush, so the only way to attend sacrament meeting was to save her money and travel all the way to Zimbabwe, something she could do just 4 times a year.
I would take a bus ride to Victoria Falls, which is about 70 kilometers away, but I would have to leave first thing in the morning to catch the bus, and then I would catch a flight from Victoria Falls to Harare, which is about an 1.5-hour flight, and then be able to attend church. Then I would fly all the way back home again.
Those were difficult years for Cornelia to be so removed from the gospel. But over time, her prayers were answered as more members slowly moved into her area, enough to finally open what they call a group in May of this year.
Almost exactly 5 years after I was baptized. We were so excited. We were all early for sacrament. And we opened the boxes with the sacrament trays and we opened them up carefully as though it was Christmas.
It was certainly worthy of a Christmas-like celebration. 5 years after her baptism, Cornelia could finally attend the church that changed her life forever.
I know that this is the true gospel of Jesus Christ. I know that I'm here in Kasane for a purpose. What happens from here, let it be His will, and I hope that I can do everything that He wants me to do and be everything that He wants me to be.
What an incredible story. Cornelia joins us now via Skype from her home in Kasane. And Cornelia, that is just an absolutely amazing story. Do you have any new news from your group that you can share with us today?
Kathy, thank you. Yes, I do. We have just had 3 ladies baptized and a 4th gentleman who's just arrived from Gaborone. He is a member, and he's joining us here in Kasane. I've not met him yet, so I'm excited about that. It'll be his first Sunday in church this week. We've also got 2 investigators who we are teaching, and the missionaries called me today to tell me that a 3rd investigator is moving to Kasane this week as well. So we have our work cut out for them.
How many missionaries are currently serving in your area?
At the moment, we don't. We are member missionaries. We don't have any missionaries, full-time missionaries in Kasane.
Now, I know you have less than 20 members, so you must keep very, very busy. What are your church callings right now?
At the moment, we are all very busy. I'm a Relief Society leader. I take care of all the ladies. I've also been called as the history keeper. I keep all the church records and record all the history that's taken place. For example, the date the church, we had our first sacrament, the date we had our first baptisms, things like that. And of course, we're a member missionaries, so we teach the investigators in the evenings as well.
Now, I know that incredible video you sent us of the wildlife. I understand that's literally in your backyard. Is that true?
Absolutely. I'm in the Chobe National Park, or the area of the Chobe National Park, and the Chobe National Park's not fenced in at all, so the animals can come and go as they please. And I oftentimes have to ward off elephants from the other side of the fence because I've got a mango tree in my yard, and that's an attraction for the elephants. So it's an interesting place to live.
Well, your story and your testimony is so inspiring. Can you share with us what it means to you to finally have a church to be able to attend and you no longer have to fly to Zimbabwe?
To be able to attend church every Sunday is such a privilege. It's wonderful. I mean, I love to travel to Harare and to see the members there, but to have church every Sunday, that's something that we can be grateful for.
Cornelia, can you share with us what are your hopes for the gospel there in Kasane as we head into 2011?
I'm excited about the 3 investigators that we have. I think the one thing that I would like to see and would certainly hope and pray for is a church building. We don't have our own building at the moment. We're having church in a home. And oftentimes it's crowded and there's only 2 rooms, so sometimes we have priesthood and Relief Society combined, and other times we don't. It just depends on the numbers that are attending on the day.
Well, Cornelia Rotenbach, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story, and we wish you all the best in the coming year.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
Okay. Coming up next, from Christmas jars to miraculous events, best-selling author Jason Wright joins us to talk about his new book, The 17-Second Miracle.